Klopp has found a replacement for Jordan Henderson. Liverpool are gearing up for a transformative summer after a disappointing campaign this season, and now a new update has surfaced on the club's potential goals. The Reds are about to finish the transfer of Argentinian player McAllister lately. The negotiations are at the final stage, and it seems that the announcement of the signature will take place within a week. However, Klopp thinks this change can happen with at least 3 midfielders. In this context, one of the names on the transfer list is Orkun Kökçü, who has shown an effective performance in the Netherlands this season. So, what is the latest situation in Liverpool's interest in Orkun Kökçü? According to recent reports, Feyenoord captain Orkun Kökçü remains high on the agenda in the rebuilding of Liverpool's midfield this summer. It has been reported that Jürgen Klopp and the club's new sporting director, Jürgen, are willing to work on a deal to secure the signature of the talented midfielder. It is also allegedly aimed at bringing Kefren Thuram and Manu Kone to Anfield. So who can Orkun Kökçü replace in Liverpool's squad? Although the Turkish sensational player is only 22 years old, he has already shown his clear ability to lead his team to victory by winning a massive Eredivisie title this season. He helped the Dutch club win the accolade for only the second time in a century. Using Reuter's winning mindset and leadership skills, Liverpool could bring him to Merseyside and eventually hand over the role of Jordan Henderson to the young player. The Liverpool captain is now 32 years old and is heading towards the final stages of his career. Having made more than 32 league appearances, the Feyenoord captain was hailed as a true leader by scout Jocek Kulik. He has scored 8 goals, provided 2 assists and created 9 big chances this season. He also averaged 91.8 touches, 2.8 key passes and 1 shot on target per game. He has certainly proven to be a versatile presence on the field. According to SofaScore, Kökçü managed to draw attention with his strengths in playmaking, high press and long shots. That makes him an excellent all-round midfielder who fits like a glove into Klopp's tactical philosophy. So similar to Henderson would be best suited to play a box-to-box role for maximum effect. He can also provide more energy than Henderson and inject much-needed youth into the midfield. Feyenoord will reportedly receive a transfer fee of just €40 million this summer, which will fit into strict and tight budgets that are uncompromising in FSG's hiring strategy. This will make the chances of a deal even more achievable for the Merseysiders, who are starting to sign multiple additions to strengthen the roster. However, Kökçü could be an incredible signing for Liverpool if he can continue to improve in the Premier League next season, and at such a young age he could become a high-quality asset for the club in the years to come. Liverpool should consider leaping into the Benfica transfer blow as Andy Robertson's heir scouted. Liverpool face an interesting decision in the left-back division this summer. Andy Robertson is undeniably the club's first choice, but he's not getting any younger, and with Kostas Tsimikas potentially on the move, it seems like a smart plan for the Reds to start building for the future. Finding the right heir to Robertson's throne will not be an easy project. Jürgen Klopp's style demands a very specific profile when it comes to full-backs. The type of player who can bombard forwards and score goals on offense, while also having high energy to bounce back fast and provide much-needed defensive cover. Very few players currently in European football have these qualities. Looking at the youngsters from the top 15 leagues in Europe this season, 19-year-old Milos Kerkez, who contributed the most to joint goals, comes to the fore. As a result, Kerkez contributed 12 goals, which was only improved by Jude Bellingham, Evan Ferguson and Yusufa Moukoko. Not bad for a full-back. The Hungarian international who now plays for AZ Alkmaar after moving from Milan is heavily linked to his transfer to Benfica. But according to our sources, who have been keeping a close eye on the scout's progress this season, he is appreciated by Europe's top clubs, including Liverpool. And the Reds may have been given a potential transfer boost. According to Portuguese sources, Benfica decided to end the pursuit of Kerkez and the Portuguese side were unable to meet the financial demands of the Dutch club. With the interest of not only Liverpool but also Newcastle United, as well as Borussia Dortmund and Real Sociedad in the Premier League, things are heating up in the Kerkez race. Liverpool needs to act quickly to recruit the youngsters' services. It would be a logical move for the club, especially considering Tsimikas is on the move this summer. Perhaps the biggest hurdle for Liverpool will be convincing the young player for a substitute role. The Hungarian young player wants to play top-team football regularly. He has all the quality in the world and the potential to be a world-class fullback to play in one of the top 5 leagues in Europe. At this time, however, Liverpool will not be able to guarantee a starting berth for Kökçü. In the long run, that may not be the case as Robertson continues to age. But for now, it would be difficult to dethrone Robertson, even for a player with Kökçü's talent. Kökçü had previously accepted similar projects, but on a much smaller scale. He first joined AZ Alkmaar from Milan in the January transfer window of 2021. At the time, Alkmaar's first choice was left-back captain Orkun Kökçü, whom Kökçü lined up as a backup the following season. Thus, Kökçü spent his first 6 months at the club preparing to take on the role of Kökçü, playing mostly for Alkmaar's second team. Before making his debut towards the end of the season and after Kökçü left Ajax, he took the first choice place in the summer. Of course, in Liverpool it may come a little early to say goodbye to Robertson, perhaps this summer or next summer. And certainly, even if Liverpool are ready to let Robertson go next summer, it's debatable whether Kökçü will be happy to sideline an entire season. But whatever happens this summer, Kökçü is definitely someone to watch with a view to the future. It is said that Kökçü will remain on the Reds' radar even if his next move is not Liverpool. Carragher claimed Liverpool needed to find a Bellingham alternative from within the team. A few months ago, Liverpool fans were almost certain about the transfer of Jude Bellingham this summer. But now it seems very clear that this is not the case, and Jamie Carragher has identified an excellent alternative for the Reds. The Bootle-born specialist said of Trent Alexander-Arnold, "I think his body language in midfield is completely different compared to when he's playing full-back. I feel like I'm watching a faster, more energetic player. I see some of his passes from midfield and whoever we buy, even if we get Jude Bellingham, how much more can he do than Alexander-Arnold did in midfield? I'm not sure whoever you buy, spend £100 million on anyone, I don't think they can do much more than Trent. I think another season I would have thought to say let's get a right back and put him in midfield because this kid is the center of this team. As good as it can be, that's his position." Jürgen Klopp pushed the number 66 into an inverted fullback role in the final 10 games of the season. It certainly gave Scouser a new lease of life, something that could save Liverpool a lot of money. Having such a talented player on the roster means that the decision to buy a few new midfield options for a similar price payable for the Borussia Dortmund star may be the best option. Klopp is definitely considering playing Arnold in that role this year.